a keen interest in politics, and I observe national politics and state politics in Telangana issue very much with open-mindedness. I was one of the founders of Telangana Development Board USA, and also currently I'm the chairman of the TDF. And as you all know that we played a key role in bringing the awareness of Telangana issues to the forefront in the year 2000 onwards, and politicians entered later. To comment on Telangana movement, we are NRIs who are never a direct participant in the movement, but we were a force behind it. We worked hard to keep the integrity of the Telangana movement beyond the control of politicians. That is the role we played fairly successfully. In the Telangana movement, I give credit to three individuals. I once said the three individuals are KCR, Kodan and Jayapal Reddy. The reason I did KCR is because he successfully kept a political space in the movement. That is the only role he played. And Kodan was very successful in taking the Telangana issue to the grassroots level, to the consciousness of every Telanganite. And that was the main reason why Congress feared that we passed two elections, we cannot afford to pass the next election, that we need to come to a solution. And the solution was only separate Telangana, nothing else, because the Andhra powers never showed interest for any middle ground all along. So that was the fear that he instilled in the hierarchical Congress High Command that forced Congress to take a stand. Once Congress took a stand, Jayapal Reddy played a key role in getting the bill passed in the Central. This is what happened. In fact, the Andhras never feared KCR. They knew how to handle him electorally. That was the reality. But he was successful in creating a space for himself in the politics of the Telangana movement. And you can give credit to his skills, or you can call it luck. So what is happening now? Okay? And people ask me, Gopal, what TDF is going to play a role in Telangana? And there is only a limited role, but at the same time we can play a role of a catalyst, a kind of a moral arbitrator of the consciousness of interested in the true development of Telangana. That is the role we are prepared to play. And sometimes what happens is, in the last 20 years, the nature of politics has tremendously changed. And we are reaping the fruits of such a change. Fruits in the sense not a fruit, but the negative effects of the change we are experiencing. The problem is, in the last 20-25 years, so what kind of people have entered or entering into the politics, and why it happened? And at the same time, what kind of leaders are there, and how they are controlling who enters into the politics. So this has become a negative effect on the body politics of the country. The politics is not of ideology anymore. Politics is not of a community service anymore. Politics is not of inherent feeling to do something good for the society anymore. And politics has become a profession of personal gain, unfortunately. Sometimes I feel, the other day I was listening to a talk show, a lady said, there should be a time for all of us to question ourselves, what are we beyond the work we do for a living? I think we're at the stage, once we put that question to us, the awareness will come to us to do something good. when we have enough to eat, when we have a place to live. I say quite often that three most important things to an individual are a place to live, a place to work. Once we have those two things, the third thing that we all strive for, identity. So the identity that makes us feel better of ourselves. So what kind of identity we need to work for? And unfortunately in India, we have too many identities. But the thing is that we have developed a collective identity of Telanganites in the Telangana movement. So once we created that identity, so what we are striving for, we need to make our Telangana state a model state, a stronger state, a developed state, to feel good about ourselves, that I have been part of it, I did my share. That is what we are striving for. We are not all striving for anything personal gain. So this is what should be the motivation factor for all of us to do something good. I came on June 2nd I was here. Before I left, I had a meeting with Kodan, a good friend of many years. Kodan, what are you going to do with TJAC? Are you going to disband it? At the same time, I told we need an organization to arbitrate or to have a watchdog role, or what kind of administration we're getting, we need to play a role. Then he said, we have an identity already, TJAC is there, we'll continue the TJAC. And as expected, people left. But my request to him was, make it more broad-based. Make it more broad-based, bring more people under your umbrella, because he has an enormous trust factor with Telangana people. I told him there will be a time that the people who are concerned about Telangana will have to leverage his credibility to Telangana people to do something good. I believe the time is here and the time is now. Then people ask me, Gopal, what are you feeling about KCR and the new government? I'm not against him. I gave a lot of support to him. In fact, when KCR started TRS, people surprised, where is he getting all the support? How is he starting it? And he leveraged our support to start TRS, and we gave him all the moral courage to start an organization, and have been a forefront, and at the same time behind him also. I had my reservations about him all along, I expressed privately, but since he was the only person left in the political arena, we could not afford, even though he appeared like a liability for the movement, we had to accept him grudgingly all along. And so people ask me how KCR is doing now. I can only say a few things on my observation of politics. I tell him that he is doing three things. Number one, he resorted to political consolidation by every means possible. The second thing is, he's trying to destroy I'm not getting the right word, but he's trying to destroy the potential dissent. ఎవరైతే తనకు గవర్నమెంట్కు హిస్టారికల్గా డిసిడెంట్స్గా తయారవుతారో వాళ్ళను కంట్రోల్ ఎట్లా సాటిస్ఫై చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఉన్నారు. Historically, the number one dissent in the ruling party, ruling government, are employees. This is what the state employees did to N.T. Ramarao, and to an extent made Chandrababu Naidu unpopular or state employees for various reasons. And KCR gave more than what they asked for employees to be on his side. I don't think, I'm not saying that was his motive, but to me it appears like that. And the second dissent comes from the students. And so what he did is paying their tuition fees, fairly regularly, and trying to satisfy so that there won't be an organized force against him, except pockets of Usman University campus. The third dissent historically comes from the farmers. It's not easy to satisfy farmers, and I kind of sarcastically say maybe all his efforts to do Chandi Yaga is to satisfy the rain gods to address that issue. And how far the rain god would satisfy him for the next 3 years is yet to be seen. But at the same time, the one more thing that I keenly observe is we have all elected a chief minister. Instead, we got a Maharaja. That is the sad truth of affairs in the state as I observe. Whatever it is, the reason that I wanted to get an interaction with you all because what we all can do about it, the end result is something good needs to happen, and at the same time to stop the damage that is being done to the state. The lack of fiscal discipline. I heard, I'm not a statistician, but our share of debt was about 60,000 crores. Now it has amounted to 110,000 crores. Where has he spent that kind of money? And all the promises he's making, where is he going to get that money? And all these things, these are enormous questions that we all have. And we need to realize, unfortunately, as the cabinets have said, the country is ruled by 30 people. I don't know if somebody said that. The Prime Minister and the 30 Chief Ministers. Unfortunately, most of them act like this. The nature of politics has become like this. Our generation is more or less a kind of informed generation. If not us, who will act? Historically, the freedom movement of India is an offshoot of educated, the nationalism as a force evolved, Indian nationalism evolved from the minds who are educated, not necessarily here, who are educated abroad also. So, in the same fashion, we have created an identity of Telangana. So we need to strive for it. Let us not be complacent that we got our Telangana and leave it to all the characters like or personalities like KCR to ruin it further. And at the same time, in the end, we have to feel sorry for ourselves, for nobody else. So, I'm not saying that, be totally negative about him and are totally, like people expressed it, we need to take a political stand and all that. I leave it to all your judgment, okay? But I'm not in the arena of politics. But the thing is that the issues need to be put in the public domain in a proper perspective. And there is no other better person than Kodan. And it is time for him that we all extend support, a structure, an organization to take the issue forward. And Kodan, I hope you are ready. We're all behind you. Yes. And I'm sure, we will succeed. Yes, thanks again. If you have any questions, I'm willing to answer.